Hello and welcome to Sonic Stadium's Knuckles Week stream. I am your host, Knuckles87, and today we are going to be playing through Knuckles' story in Sonic Adventure, hopefully the whole thing, and also Knuckles Chaotix, though how much, we'll determine on how quickly I'm able to get through everything. So without further ado, let's get started. So, I've spent a little while preparing everything, so everything should go well today. Now, we are playing these games on original hardware for Dreamcast. Some of you may recognize this, but that was the GD menu. I'm playing Sonic Adventure on an actual Dreamcast. Through component cables and a component to HDMI converter, which is then being sent to my computer and Twitch. This is about as close to the real thing as you can get, displayed without, dropping lots of money on
Select a memory card.
On RetroTink or something, which I'm not doing.
Select a file.
What the hell? Where is...
Select a memory card.
Oh, okay, that's very weird. Okay, something's going on here. I guess I've got to check my controller connection. Oh boy. There we go, okay. Minor technical hiccup, hopefully not indicative of what the rest of the stream is going to be. That's just the kind of thing you have to deal with when you're dealing with retro hardware. Sometimes things just don't work right.
Select a character.
Now, if the audio is too loud or too soft, just let me know. We can adjust this on the fly. Okay. Alright. So, just let me know if anything at all needs to be adjusted. So, here we go.
Okay, let's go.
We have about 2 hours to run through everything, which should be enough. If it isn't, I'm going to do another one later tonight to finish things off. And, I can't skip cutscenes in this, which, to be fair, even if I could, I wouldn't for this particular stream.
As far back as I can remember.
I've been living if I have ever have any reason to, it just won't be possible.
Always guarding the Master Emerald from anything that could harm it.
Ooh.
I don't know why I was given this job, why it was my fate. Destined to be here forever.
Definitely one of the better line reads in this game, I will say. At least from anyone who was in Team Bristow. Well, time for Knuckles to get jobbed by the game's new monster.
Something's happened to the Master Emerald. Huh? Who are you? Did you do this?
It's kind of funny to think that Sonic just effortlessly beats this thing, but it just completely wrecks Knuckles. Bam. And this is his job. You'd think he'd be, I don't know, better prepared, better trained. Whatever.
Wait.
It must be nice for him to actually have something to do.
What's happening to you? Come back here. Whoa, that was incredible. I've never seen anything like it. Oh no, it's starting to happen. Without the Master Emerald's power, this whole island will fall into the ocean.
Man, I have to wonder what happened when Rouge took it.
it's up to me to find the missing pieces of the Master Emerald. It won't be easy. Pieces flew off everywhere.
Oh no, this is gonna be a piece of cake. Now Sonic Adventure 2. Now that is hard. Like, but you are gonna have an easy time in this game, my guy. This is nothing. So, although I am on a bit of a timetable, I'm not going to. I'm going to stop to smell the roses a little. Ah. Those weren't shooting stars, my guy. Those were my goddamn Master Emerald pieces. And if you find it, I'm gonna kill you. At least speak you up. Because, you know, we all know that, like, compared to the humans, the furry characters in this are, like, just superhuman. Ah! I guess Knuckles got here super early in the morning. Oh my god, is this like Shenmue? Is Knuckles just walking around asking random people if they've seen Master Emerald pieces? Knuckles can climb on a lot in the levels, but in the in Station Square, I'm pretty sure you can basically just climb on these columns here. Which, you know, at least lets me get up here, I guess. Oh! And this! But not that. Or this guy's magnificent building that he is super proud of. I'm a rival of Sonic and Amy. Yeah, you won't break me, old man. I don't care how cute they are, I'm not wasting my time in there. Not until the Chao Garden gets good in Sonic Adventure 2 battle, anyway. Alright, okay, enough fooling around. I've always loved how Knuckles controlled in this. I remember when I first played this back in 2001, I think. And yeah, like I got my Dreamcast in like right at the end of 2000, right before they killed it. Oh, I can't go in, huh? Well, let me show you what I think of not being able to go in. Let me show what I think you. Let me show you what I think of of your artificial rules, old man. There. Doesn't react. Ha! I'm in here. Take that. Take that, rules. Take that, society. I'm my own echidna. But anyway, like, they really did nail how Knuckles controls in this game. But something that I kind of realized in hindsight is that because they decided to faithfully translate Knuckles' moveset from 2D to 3D without, like, trying to make him closer to Sonic, they really did make it impossible for him to play, play in what is basically this game's best gameplay style, which of course is Sonic's gameplay style. And Sonic Dream Team really does kind of demonstrate that it was always possible to have your cake and eat it too, you know. Give the characters their classic moves, while also letting them, you know, playing proper speedy platforming stages like they could back in the old days. Oh, dang it. Like, all they actually had to do was just, like, map glide and the homing attack to 2 separate buttons, and bam. So I really hope we get something that's like Sonic Adventure, but has like Sonic Dream Team's gameplay. You know, the best of both worlds. Knuckles has his ability to freely glide around. He has the robust climbing and gliding, but he still goes through Sonic type stages. That doesn't say that these levels aren't fun. I do have a lot of fun in the Sonic Adventure treasure hunting stages. Like, if I could have both, I would take both. I do think that in their attempt to make it deeper in Sonic Adventure 2, they do kind of make the treasure hunting gameplay more tedious. Which is unfortunate. Like, it's still fun in that game too, but I do prefer like the kind of simpler, more arcadey feel of this, especially since it is like really, it does feel good to like run through these levels as quickly as you can to grab the Master Emerald pieces. Because it's all simpler, you can do it faster, and you can kind of preserve some of that sense of speed that Sonic's gameplay has, and that's kind of lacking in Adventure 2. Like, you trade off deeper gameplay for speed in Adventure 2.
The tanks on the building tops can be
Honestly, probably would have been best if they could have, like, maybe found some kind of middle ground. Like, give Knuckles some more complex levels, but still, like, allow you to, like, gather the Master Emerald pieces quickly. Man, I'm not getting that final emerald at all. I do kind of like the implication from Adventure that like Knuckles just like has his treasure sense. God dang it! I want you to die, die, die. Okay, I need to get a ring before I get killed. There we go. I don't know if it was me or the car. I don't even know if the cars can kill the robots in this, but either way, it's dead. Ow! Dang it. Oh, dang it. Hit by a car. You know, that's totally something that I can see happening in the Sonic movies. Like, they need to just, like, stun the furry animal for a minute so they just hit him with a car. Oh, okay, I guess it might be a little too brutal. Maybe they could hit Shadow with a car. Man, I wonder if that would annoy people. You can't take out the ultimate life form with a sedan. Ah, there we go. I have to say, I'm used to getting through this level faster. There we are.
Good enough.
Yeah, that is good enough. We at least got through it. You know, if they were to ever remake Sonic Adventure, the one thing I would want them to implement is a proper day-night cycle. Like, maybe still keep it scripted during the main campaign. But once you're done, like, it kind of sucks that most of the characters, aside from Gamma, because I guess he's dead, are all stuck in, like, a single time of day. And I think once you beat the game, it should just start cycling. In the Dreamcast version, they could have done that by just, like, having it cycle as you, like, move between screens, you know? Like, every time you load something, like moves time forward a bit, and eventually you get to nighttime, and then to dawn, and then evening, and then nighttime, and then dawn, and then morning, etc. That would have been nice. But instead, the only way you can experience these locations, like, during different times of day with these different characters is just, like, during the main story. That's kind of, I think, one of the reasons why I would, like, replay this game periodically instead of just using my completed save file. Alright, so first order of business, I'm Knuckles, I hate Sonic. It kind of annoys me that Sonic has this big old golden statue here. So I'm just gonna break it. Like, right here. Boom. I love that they included that. I mean, of course, Sonic doesn't care. But it made, I like to think it makes Knuckles happy. Ooh, okay. Alright, getting some readings. Well, last couple times I've played through this, which was recent for, like, Knuckles Week stuff.
This way.
It was mostly... Oh, okay. I was gonna say it's mostly been up, but I guess not today. I do love this jazzy soundtrack. One thing that's good about Sonic Adventure 2, giving these characters like their own levels, is that they also did kind of get their own music as well. Ah, perfect. I do appreciate how, like, Knuckles can just explore a completely different portion of this level versus Sonic and Tails. This is definitely an aspect of Sonic Adventure's game design that I really enjoy. Like, you know, you think you've seen everything this level has to offer through those other two characters, and all of a sudden, bam. There's like this whole other section up here. Ooh, Pyrex. Yar! I be Knuckles the Dread. Arr! Me hearties, you have disobeyed me for the last time. Time to execute you. Wow, I think I start doing, like, I don't know, a bad Aku impression in the middle of that. Anyway, okay. Yar! Alright, come on. Where is it? This is not a very big area, so really shouldn't be hard for me to start getting something. I know there's a hidden room up top, but I would have thought that I would have started picking something up if it was in there. Let's see, let's try over here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would be... Oh, hey, Takao. Okay, well, it's definitely not in there.
This way.
Ah. Well, given her flight trajectory, it would be somewhere up here. I don't know how... Oh. Oh, hey, I actually kind of forgot there were two pirate ships. Okay, maybe it's down here? Ah, oh, it's in the showers! Okay, before I get the emerald, I want to just confirm something. Yep. Man, yeah, Knuckles does not react to the shower. That is unfortunate. I guess he's used to being rained on.
Let's go.
Since he doesn't, like, have a roof or anything.
Good enough.
Hey, Dolius! Thank you for joining me on my Knuckles Week stream. Okay.
Where in the world am I?
This is another reason why I would replay this game, because I always enjoyed revisiting this place.
I don't remember being here before.
It is so different from everything else in the
But something
game.
about it.
And it's like, you know, it lets you kind of see the Mystic Ruins back when they were lived in and
This is very
new and
strange.
colorful. So cool. Alright. And not to mention, the one place in the game with furry NPCs. Specifically, Echidna NPCs. And basically low-poly Knuckleses. Like, look at these guys. They definitely do not have Knuckles' details. Hey, don't push him around. A good offense is the best defense. Yeah, if you actually talk to these guys, you find out that they're kind of crazy. Like, they are very belligerent. These are very belligerent people. And aggressive. Which, of course, is the point, because they're running around conquering people and such. Okay, I'm trying to talk to this guy. Okay, apparently this is legitimately just a pirate. Yo ho, yo ho. Sometimes, when I was a kid, I would like just run around in the circle with them. It's like, yeah, I'm one of you guys. It was just such a novelty for me at the time to like have other echidnas running around in a Sonic game. Still a novelty, really. Like, since the only other time this has really happened is Sonic Chronicles. Well, it might be a dream for me. Although, given that you can actually take things from these flashbacks and bring them into the present, I'm pretty sure that that these characters are just physically here, and that I'm currently creating some kind of time paradox. Well, okay, not time paradox, but some kind of maybe minor butterfly effect. I don't know. Ooh, that sounds like he's gonna kill some people. I'll get them all. Yeah. Is there anyone or anything capable of making me feel scared? Well, you'll find out soon, you know, with perfect chaos. I'm sure you'll be scared right before you die. Alright, okay, but so, I could easily spend like 20 minutes here, but I'm not going to. Again, just from the sheer novelty of everything. But I've always enjoyed how they use stuff like that to kind of world build a little. Man. Behold. One thing I do kind of find interesting about this whole world is that you cannot get hurt at all. Like, Knuckles can just jump straight into the fire there and nothing will happen to him.
Father, please don't.
Aside from a cutscene, I guess.
Recall that 7 emeralds are essential to our survival.
And hey there, Mac. How are you doing?
All our people.
You can call your kids Cal or something? T?
Attacking our country,
Will T?
stealing and killing. Can't be the right path to peace. No one has
Man, for the longest time I called this guy Pac-A-Mac, but
you, Father.
only like a few years ago did I learn. Oh wait, Puck-Shack-A-Mac. Heck, I think I learned that on like Sonic Talk when GX said his name or something.
Huh? Now where am I? Back in Station Square, I see. What's going on here anyway?
Well, I don't know how to tell you this, Knuckles, but you're haunted. You're being haunted right now. A ghost is haunting you right now, and she is like grabbing your body and sending you back in time to show you random parts of the past.
I wonder what those guys are doing.
And she's doing it to a bunch of tangentially related people, including a robot and a giant fat cat that likes to fish. I've always found their posture and animation to just be weird.
I wonder what those guys are doing.
I don't know, but I don't want to find out. I mean, I guess they're sleeping. In the streaks for some reason, because I guess Sonic is just a vagrant. Yeah, Dr. Robotnik sure is a strange guy.
No trains
Oh,
currently
you
in
poor,
service.
you poor child. Ooh, they almost punched. Yeah, they're such good friends that they just sleep together in the street. You know, I would expect that of Sonic since he literally doesn't have a home, but Tails has a house. He should just go back to there.
It's Dr. Eggman.
He wants to
What's
take
he
a
got
nap.
there? It's gotta be a part of the Master Emerald. Hold on!
Well, the very least, Station Square doesn't have much traffic, so, you know, they're fine. I've always enjoyed this whole sequence, because it's like, for this, we actually do get to see what's behind that other door. It's like, I don't know, this, you know what?
You're right.
The hotel guy actually says the name of the room, but I completely forget.
Use you as a guinea pig.
It's like an observation deck or something.
Chaos!
Chaos? It's that creature again. The same one I saw on my island. He was there when the Master Emerald shattered. I'm sure of it. He saved me the trouble of looking for him. Now I'll get him good.
Okay, so this is Chaos 2.
Way to go, Chaos!
Changing shape won't scare me.
It's also just a legitimately fun boss fight.
Give it your best shot.
And I think, like, one of the only ones that... I think basically the only one built for Knuckles. Because, you know, of course, Chaos 6, he's built to be fought by basically... Well, not everybody, but Sonic and... But both Sonic and Knuckles, I guess. And so... Its mechanics for attack are the same. I do sometimes love just punching this darn thing, even though it's a really bad strategy. Again, of course Knuckles will just attack him relentlessly. Looks cool. Ow. Oh, dang it. Ow.
Is that all you got?
Apparently.
Bah, so what if you won this time?
Okay, well, according to Sonic Wiki, it's a hotel restaurant. Yeah, that's basically what it looks. That is. There are tables everywhere.
Yeah.
That's always what I've assumed.
You hear?
I know something that might. It's about Sonic.
What? What about Sonic?
He's after the pieces of the Master Emerald too.
Ooh, that fiend! Man,
You're not the only one on a wire who's chasing.
I like how Knuckles doesn't immediately believe him, but then he just happens to see Sonic holding a green Chaos Emerald. It's all like that.
I'd better find Sonic.
That MFer. I'm gonna beat him up now. Dr. Robotnik was right. Oh, Knuckles, you're precious.
I wonder why
I
Sonic is
keep
after
forgetting
the
this game will
Master
teleport you like that. This game sometimes teleports you like
I'd better
that.
work fast and get to the bottom of this.
Alright.
The train headed for
Knuckles
Station
really should
Square
just assume
will
that
be departing
Robotnik is
soon.
lying to you all of the time. Like, you should just be, like,
Something
violently
shiny in the
distrustful
caves?
of him. Shiny in the cave. Ah, here. Let's see, no, I don't... This can't be it. Trying to remember where you get the shovel claws from. Oh, yeah. Wrong cave. It has been years since I have played through Knuckles' story. Like, properly. I did play a bit of Knuckles' story, for Knuckles Week, like I said, or like I mentioned earlier. Whoops, sorry. I was looking at OBS for a second, wanted to make sure things were running well. Still no dropped frames. Excellent. Okay, so I think it's in here, if I remember correctly. Yep, here we are. So long, the best Knuckles design in the game. Now
You've got the
they've gone
shovel
ruined it
claw.
with shovel claws.
Now you can dig through dirt and stone. Press the jump and action buttons simultaneously.
I like the move, but I can't say I'm a huge fan of how a lot of Sonic Adventures upgrades look. Like, Knuckles doesn't get nearly as bad as Tails, who, like, they just stick this big old badge on the front of his body. But I'm still not a huge fan of the gloves. Of what they do to Knuckles' gloves in this. Okay, so, where do I need to go from here? I think it's Mystic Ruins, but let's avoid wasting any time. And just
The train
ask the
headed for
ghost.
Station Square will be departing.
Use the self-destruction switch to get
Oh!
rid of that monkey.
Okay. Oh! I think I need to take that switch with me. Right, I remember now. There should I don't think there's a second one on the island. I'm pretty sure I need to just keep grabbing this one. Okay, so it should be right here still, yeah. There you are. Now, back in the day, of course, I probably would have gone into this cave first. I would have gotten to Angel Island, would have seen, oh, hey, there's a monkey in a cage. And eventually I would have, I guess, found that other cave. I don't know, it's been a long time since I first played this, but I do remember this taking me a little while. Because that cave where the upgrade is really is kind of like really is out of the way, and Tikal does not tell you that like there's a cave there. Just says go into a cave. So I don't think it gave me too much trouble, but I'm pretty sure I was running around for at least like 20 minutes, something back then, maybe longer. I think this might be my favorite Knuckles level in the game. It really does just feel tailor-made for him. It's big, it's open. There's lots of places to climb. Not to mention, this is the first level you play where you can dig, and digging's cool. Thought I could dig in the walls as well. I guess that's a Sonic Adventure 2 thing. One thing I appreciate about Sonic Frontiers is that you can boost climb in that. That's definitely a nice upgrade. Oop, nope, do not fall in there. Oh, dang it. You know, you'd think that Red Mountain would be the first place Knuckles would look, given that it's on the island. Instead, he heads to the Station Square Railroad for some reason. Okay.
This way.
Dang, it's really over here, huh? There we go.
This way.
Oh, she got... I did not know that Tikal could, like, hang around after she did that. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that. I'm assuming that's not a glitch.
Good enough.
Accidentally stuck a cup of water in front of my microphone. I hope that didn't affect the sound. Huh. As a reminder, if anyone here is hearing audio issues, let me know. I make sure to check audio levels in a test stream before this started, so y'all should hear me fine. But I don't know if anything changed. Just say something.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
Okay, you hear me fine, Delius? That's good to know. I'm guessing that my water didn't actually interfere with anything.
What's that in his hand? It looks like a piece of the Master Emerald. He has no right.
Dr. Eggman is so lucky that this particular sequence of events worked out in a way that this could happen.
Hey, Knuckles!
Like, this just requires a psychic level of foresight on his part.
What do you think you're doing? All right.
I'm beating you up, Sonic.
Hand over the emerald now.
I'm getting revenge for Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
It's not gonna happen, but
This is payback. This is that rematch that Vegeta never got, but Knuckles is getting it.
oh no!
Yeah.
I've had enough.
Okay. Now, I could easily just plow through Sonic in this, but I do want to enjoy it a little bit. So weird having Sonic as a boss fight in any context. And man, the Sonic Adventure stuff just did it like 4 times. Okay, anyway, time to finish him off. Ah! Do not die.
Oh no! Oh jeez! Oh no, the Chaos Emerald!
Ah, good going, Sonic. Why wouldn't you hand those to Tails? How are you even holding them? You're naked. I know, cartoon logic or something. I've just always assumed that, you know, they just, like, you can, like absorb the Chaos Emeralds into your body. That has always been my weird headcanon.
First come, first serve, they say. And you serve me too well for your own good.
Yeah, Knuckles, nice going.
You can't get away with this! Knuckles, did you let him trick you again? Like you weren't?
No, he wasn't!
Knucklehead.
He was not tricked at all. You're the only one here. You're the reason. Knuckles, I'm sorry. You're stupid. There's a reason why your boom characterization happened. It's because you are the less intelligent one. Unless we're in Archie Sonic, then you're just the slightly more serious one. Which, admittedly, that is probably why I do prefer that characterization.
I'll make him eat dirt.
The boomification of Knuckles. Good luck making him eat dirt. You're in water right now. I have always enjoyed how this water looks. Definitely my favorite water texture, effect, whatever, in this game. One common piece of knowledge that you may or may not know, so I'm just going to repeat it here, is that the primary reason why they chose Chaos, they made Chaos, was because they really wanted to show off the Dreamcast water physics. And these are some damn nice water physics, albeit the GameCube would effortlessly outdo this in a couple years later. Although, I do wonder if Dreamcast could have ever done Wave Race, Blue Storm type water physics if the Dreamcast had survived a few more years. We recently learned, fun fact, that Dreamcast actually could have done Grand Theft Auto 3, apparently. Like, the GTA 3 does confirm that. It actually started development on the Dreamcast, which is kind of wild. Like, okay, not surprising, I should say, because the Dreamcast, you know, it was the first next-generation console, so that's where a lot of early next-generation projects would have started. But, you know, the big question for me, anyway, and other Dreamcast and, I guess, PS2 console warriors was like, could the Dreamcast have done an open-world game like GTA? Because, you know, it has less RAM, has a little less polygon power, pushing power, although the Dreamcast is also just easier to work with. So, you know, there are some certain trade-offs there. But according to the GTA 3 devs, or at least the guy who talked to Time Extension, yeah, the Dreamcast could totally do GTA 3, and it got canned for Dreamcast, not for technical issues, but just because, you know, Dreamcast market wasn't doing well. Like, I think even before it got discontinued, I think this was before it even got discontinued, they abandoned Dreamcast development because Take-Two didn't like where the market was going on it. There was a time when I thought that the CG, like when I was a dumb teenager, I thought this was like indicative of console power, because I didn't understand how like CG effects worked. Oh no, that's just pre-rendered graphics, stupider, dumber Knuckles. 87.
Chaos's true power is yet to be unleashed.
We shall meet again!
Like the PS1 could have displayed this. Not in its highest resolution, probably, but, you know, they still could have displayed it.
Hurry, Sonic! What are we waiting for? My workshop's closed.
I had lots of weird ideas when I was a child.
Good idea.
slash
Hey,
teenager.
Sonic. You go on ahead without me. I have some things I need to take care of. No problem,
Yes,
Knuckles.
by
We'll
things he
take care
means
of
getting more
everything.
Master Emerald pieces.
Let's move.
See, so I think the next one is in Mystic Ruins. I think it's Mystic Ruins, Sky Deck, and then I think just a Chaotix boss fight, and we're done. There you are, Sonic.
Hey, Knuckles. Whatever happened to your unfinished business?
I changed my mind, Sonic.
Hey,
I want to go
Knuckles,
with you.
Whatever happened to your
Take
unfinished
me with you,
business?
Sonic. We don't hang out nearly enough. Well, back in the day, I was always sad that Knuckles didn't go with him.
We'd better go after the egg carrier.
Like, I really wanted Knuckles to be good friends with him back then. Of course, now I have that, and I'm less appreciative of it. Now I want Shadow to be better friends. Although, I really just kind of want Shadow to be less of a dick. Oh, yeah, just send out another party after the doomed first one. That's smart. Excellent. They should have made an interior for this log cabin. Ah. Ah, dang it. Alright, okay. That's enough fucksing around. I definitely remember where I need to go next. So, who is up for making Knuckles' design worse?
The door to the past.
I am up for Knuckles'... I am up for that, I think. Okay, but first let me just do this statue thing. Dang it. You know, there have been occasions where like, I'm able to perfectly time my jumps to leap over the gaps in the forest and just run straight on the treetops over to the ruins. Unfortunately, like 90% of the time, I fail to do that, and then I guess have to navigate the maze.
The door to the past.
Yeah, I know. Alright. Before I get the other statue, let me just repeat what I said before. Who is up for making Knuckles' design even worse? I think I am. I forget if it teleports me again to like the egg carrier after, so I'm gonna do this after the next level, so I'm just gonna do this now. And get my optional power-up, which I barely use.
Now you've got fighting gloves. To store up power, hold down the action button. Now you can do the maximum heat Knuckles attack.
Yay. The one thing I like about this is that it can make him glow. Although it also completely eliminates his ability to jump. Ooh. This is my home now. Man, Big really just sleeps on like logs, huh? Woof. Least he could do is give himself like I don't know, a grass mattress or something. Why would he even need a mailbox? Did Big just like see, I don't know, a picture of a house and try to make a rough facsimile? Is that what we're dealing with here? Okay, anyway, enough of me being mean to Big the Cat's house. Thankfully, at this point, I do remember where to get the next statue. It's right around here. I used to always forget where it was. And whenever I replayed this game, I'd be like, I'd just be running around the jungle for 5, 10, 15, sometimes even 20 minutes. I think one time I legit just got frustrated and just stopped playing for a little while. There we are. But now I remember it's just basically like, I don't know, a hop, skip, and a jump away from the ruins. Like just one turn, and then you're there. It used to be, how I found it was I would just like have a rough idea of where it is, glide in that direction, and then drop down. And most of the time I'd land there. And then I'd like walk back for the golden statue or something. Unless I did that first, then climb the ladder. Ah. Okay, I don't actually need to use these. Because I can, unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle, but also I can just climb. So I don't even need to like mess with those switches. Alright, so there's usually... Oh. Yeah. Ah. No. Okay. There's usually one in the room below, I think, but doesn't look like that's the case this time. Come on, camera, work with me here. This is basically the Knuckles version of the Lightspeed attack. And I have about as much reason to use this as I do that, which is not really much of a reason to. Ah! Oh, it is down here. Okay. Yeah, there's usually one in this room somewhere. Ooh, looks like there might actually be two. And it's usually in here, and I guess it's in here this time. Can I dig? No.
It's no use.
Well, that's a little unusual. Ah, okay.
One more to go.
Man, two in here. That was pretty lucky. One thing I definitely do appreciate about Sonic Adventure 2 is that it does, you know, because it has that score, it has like a grading system and scores and stuff. It does actually incentivize you to really get the Emerald Piece as quickly as possible. If they ever were to remake Sonic Adventure, that's definitely a feature I would like to see them implement. Okay, I've already been in there. Okay, so I think it's down here. Ah! Nope. Alright, come on, where is it? Ah! There you are.
Found it. Good enough.
Alright, time for my second flashback. I often say that Sonic Adventure is effectively Knuckles' story, and I think it is partially indicated by the simple fact that Knuckles does get multiple visits from Tikal, which I don't think anyone outside of Sonic actually gets in this game.
I beg of you, hear me now. My father is coming here soon, and I fear what may happen. You must take everyone away from here. Oh, please.
Knuckles, one of my big issues with Sonic Adventure's story is that the characters don't really react to what happens to them on screen. You know, like,
So,
Tikal
are you
takes them
saying
back
you
in
can't leave
time,
this
shows
place?
them this
I
stuff,
understand.
and they just
Let
kind
me
of
talk to my
stare
father.
there, stare at her, and
There must
stare
be a
at the
better way to do
things,
this.
and act confused, and then when it's all over, they're all like, well, that's weird. And then, you know, they don't
worry,
proceed
my
to think
friends,
about it
I
that much
won't let you down.
again. That's just bad story
I must do
execution.
something. Quickly.
And it's a shame because, like, Sonic Adventure has a genuinely interesting story premise. Both of the adventure games do. And, like, I would love to see these games' stories realized with better execution. Something, unfortunately, we didn't really get with Sonic X. Or the comics, for that matter.
What? I'm back in front of the altar. This is beginning to blow my mind.
Yeah, like I said.
I remember.
Boy, that was
the
weird.
broken pieces of the Master Emerald. I have to restore them to where they belong.
Like, no reflection of how he's seen other Echidnas, how he's seen, like, the past of essentially his entire life. Like, everything he's been guarding, everything that he's been living for. Like, he's seeing before him what happened. You know, at least pieces of that. And he just doesn't have a reaction. He doesn't have anything interesting to say. He just says, oh, man, that's blowing my mind. Okay. I still know what's going on.
Wherever they are.
And at the end of the story, like, he's essentially back where he started. He's like, I don't know what's going on, but, you know, I guess no, this is what I have to do.
That's where the rest of the pieces must be.
Alright, final level. Like,
I don't know
it's always
where
just
that
been
ship is.
supremely disappointing for me. Even back when I really loved the stories in these games. Which, you know, I love the stories in these games back in the day, but even back then I was all like, man, I wish they'd have a better reaction to these, to what Tikal is showing them.
Follow it back to Eggman's base. Here I come, Eggman.
Ooh, I've unlocked E102 Gamma. One thing I really do love about the Dreamcast models is that you kind of got these like little, is that, you know, instead of just these flat, plasticky textures, like they tried to like give them furry textures. Like you can you can see kind of the different shades of red on him. It's pretty clearly meant to simulate fur. And I think this is the only time they do it for years. Like for the Dreamcast, for Sonic Adventure 2, they just kind of went back to like flat colors. And then for DX and Heroes, they gave them that shiny plasticky look. And then and then like eventually, I think for Sonic 06 they may have given them a little bit of fur. I'm not sure. But I don't really think they kind of revisited the fur textures for these characters properly until like Frontiers. Like they may have done for Sonic 06, which was trying to have a more realistic look, and then I think they did it again for Frontiers. And that's kind of been it. Mostly these characters have just looked rubbery or plasticky. I do kind of understand it though, since it does seem to me that they were trying to bring gosh darn it, Knuckles, get up there. Can he not climb? Wow, alright. But anyway, it seems to me that they were trying to bring the characters closer to Yuji Uekawa's style, which, you know, utilizes the flat color scheme and such. Boy, Knuckles, if only you'd gone with Sonic and Tails, you would have found those pieces on the egg carrier, eh? There we go. Alright, I don't remember how I'm supposed to get to the egg carrier. I guess it's time to go ask the Cal.
A huge building has appeared deep.
Oh, right! Okay, yeah, now I remember. Ah!
Just what I thought. Time to make a house call. We'll see who's so easily tricked.
I mean, it's still you.
Since the emeralds are here somewhere.
Like, you're not going to be tricking Dr. Eggman here. Trust me. Like, you're stronger than him, you know? And you're also, like, not a monster, you know, or a villain. So, you know, just take the win. Okay, I don't quite remember what I'm supposed to do here. Knuckles can be a pretty fun way to explore the adventure fields too, at least when he can climb around. Thanks. Not so much in Station Square, unfortunately. Or as we saw in Mystic Ruins. Fun fact, Knuckles was introduced to Archie Sonic in issue 13. And And for basically like the comic's entire run, even when most of the issues could be bought via back order, issue 13 was always sold out, and that's not something I ever understood. I eventually bought it like decades later from eBay. Thankfully, before the prices, the comic was canceled and the prices exploded. Although I don't think issue 13 is worth all that much. Hope that's still the case.
What's going on?
Time to transform and roll out.
This thing's always changing.
I think that's literally its only transformation, Knuckles. Alright, so if I remember correctly, the Sky Deck is over... Nope, not over here. I don't know if this is true for Saga Adventure specifically, but at least in Saga Adventure 2, Knuckles is legit faster than Sonic and Shadow. Like, it is always just so fun to hack Knuckles into Sonic's levels.
I sense the Master Emerald. It
Ah,
can't be
okay.
far from here.
So I guess this is how I access the Sky Deck with him. I completely forgot that. You know, with moves like Knuckles Heat or whatever, it does sometimes feel like they just included moves just to include them, which is really just kind of sort of a Sonic Team thing to do. You know, it really does seem like they do not know when to leave something on the cutting room floor. Although I guess it's also possible that they just didn't want most of the characters to only get one power-up. Because, you know, Sonic, he gets, like, light speed attack, light speed dash, and then that ring. So, compared to him, I think everyone else only gets, like, like 2 power-ups. But, I don't know, like... If you maybe you just maybe just accept that some characters only get 1 power up, I guess. Of course, again with Knuckles, the heat globes or whatever they're called are optional. Ah, there we are. I mean, yeah, I could swing to it on the hook, but. Why do that when I can glide? I'm not Sonic. I'm Knuckles, the better Sonic character. In fact, Knuckles is so much better than Sonic, they should start calling Sonic a Knuckles character. Okay, oops. Ah, okay, back here, apparently. Oh, neat. I always enjoy the Sky Deck Emerald runs where I don't have to mess with that center of gravity thing all that much. I'm probably gonna need to do that at least once. I usually do. Okay, I think it's in here. Means we have to move this thing forward.
Either push or pull the lever to control the ship's tilt.
God darn it. Oh, okay. Oh wait, no, wrong way. There we go. Yep, there it is. I'd like to think that when Knuckles was messing with that thing, he's just throwing Robotnik around for a whirl.
The last missing piece. All right. Now, to restore
Who the hell is moving this thing? Oh, third! It's a third flashback. I forgot about this one. But yeah, Sonic Adventure is basically Knuckles' story, because
No, not again.
Ah.
What is the meaning of this?
Well, Tikal is trying to show you the history of your people, Knuckles. That's the meaning of this. But unfortunately, that fact seems lost on you. But yeah, so like the history of the Master Emerald and Knuckles' people are all at the center of this. You know, Tikal is, I think, Knuckles' ancestor. Like, I don't know if it's ever directly stated, but I feel like it's at least implied that Pachacamac and Tikal are Knuckles' ancestors. And so that, like, she plays a major role in the story. Pachacamac starts off all these events by pissing off Chaos.
I had no idea how bad this would turn out.
Poor Tikal.
I'm shocked.
Look! It's the emerald! Wait!
But yeah, so
Is this a dream? It's more like a nightmare.
it's a flashback, Knuckles. You're seeing your past. But my dream Sonic Adventure... Okay, I actually have like two different Sonic Adventure remake dream projects. This is the slightly less ambitious one. But I just want a Sonic Adventure that remakes the game from the ground up, but like more or less keeps the level design, but completely rewrites the story. I guess I want a completely new story written by Ian Flynn that completely recontextualizes everything in this. Like, it's the retelling of the story, to be clear, but like, you know, it's a story where the characterization is better and more interesting, and the characters like react to things properly, and Tikal's whole thing is paced better, so it's not just like spread randomly across 6 different characters.
Huh? What's that?
Like, it should be possible to understand Tikal's story just from Sonic or just from Knuckles. Why does it sound like he's drowning there? Okay, maybe not just Sonic and Knuckles, but you should be able to at least get the gist of it from each of their individual stories. And, you know, for characters like Big, it should... Do they even need to be sent back in time? Well, I don't know. I guess it's harmless. But I think the main through line for Tikal and that whole thing should just be Sonic and Knuckles.
There you are, Knuckles. About time.
Eh.
I will return.
Like, none of the other characters really have the same level of association with the events that they do.
Okay. Now, I must return to Angel Island and the Master Emerald. No, it can't be. I guess he didn't
It
get enough
is.
the first time.
Well,
You
looks
can't
like I
stop
should have
me
enough
from
time
restoring
to
the Master
play around Knuckles Chaotix a bit. Okay, but first let's just finish off Chaos. Huh. Yeah, Knuckles' fire move or whatever doesn't even react to Chaos, unfortunately. Ah, no! Okay. Ah! Dang it. Oh, you tried to do a Kirby move and you got frozen. Sucked up the wrong thing. Has always weirded me out a little that, like, Robotnik has left the scene, and, like, seemingly Sonic has won, then Chaos just comes back, and Robotnik's robots are still there for some reason. Like, he's not even dropping them anymore, they're just leftover, I guess. Lucky for Knuckles, I suppose. I probably would have preferred that they basically just imply that Sonic and Knuckles and Big all fought him at the same time. Would have been cooler. Like, I don't really think the whole busted panels that will electrify you if you touch them really adds all that much to the fight. Like, I mean, I guess it gives Knuckles a reason to glide over them, but eh.
Is that all?
And that's it. Let's see, even when I was fuxing around, that whole thing took an hour and 17 minutes. Actually, I guess it'd probably be closer to an hour 15.
What's left now is
Since it didn't start my stream at the start of the at Knuckles' story. Although this is always something I've appreciated about Sonic Adventure is that, like, the main game is Sonic's game. That is where you spend most of your time. The other stories are all much shorter affairs, although I think Knuckles does have one of the longer ones. Like, what, 5? And thankfully that's good, because I think he also has one of the better gameplay styles. It was definitely ingenious on Sonic Team's part to give Knuckles a more exploration-focused gameplay style, if they weren't going to just make him play more like Sonic. Like, you know, back in the day, being able to explore like this really was cool. Being able to fly around levels and glide and being able to glide around the levels and climb around on them and dig. It's like, you couldn't do this in a whole lot of games back then. Like, the closest would have been Spider-Man, but even then, you mostly got, like, interior environments, or basically glorified platforming levels. But, you know, Spider-Man didn't have to explore his levels like Knuckles did. And so, like, that's one reason why Knuckles' gameplay in Sonic Adventure has always stuck with me. Why I've always enjoyed coming back to it and play it. Not just because I'm a Knuckles fan, and he's Knuckles, and he gets one of the better stories in Sonic Adventure. It's also just one of the better uses of 3D in Sonic Adventure. Like, this was definitely one of Sonic Team's better ideas for alternative gameplay style. The other one, of course, being E102 Gamma. Not Tails I've always enjoyed, but I admit he can be kind of simplistic.
Guarding the Master Emerald again.
Yeah, you're back where you started.
I may not know the whole story behind this, but perhaps it's better that way.
Not really, especially since Takao tried to show you what happened. Like, this is just so disappointing, going back to this now. Like, it's definitely something I've never cared for. Like, I want Knuckles to know. Like, there's no reason why he shouldn't have understood what was going on from Takao's flashbacks. Even if we never do see the island raised into the sky, like, we get a pretty good idea. So, just Knuckles' inability to really understand things here is a letdown in hindsight. Not something I quite understood back when I first played this as a teen, but something that's always kind of bugged me a little bit. This is a cool song. I like it. Now, if I were to have to choose between Sonic Dream Team's style and this one, nostalgically I do have an attachment to this, but I'd really love to guess for Knuckles' gameplay to just be like Sonic Dream Team from now on, albeit with a little more depth to it and a better glide. Like, I get why Dream Team kind of, what's the word, nerfed his glide versus this, because it really can kind of break platforming challenges, but I do think that Dream Team has mostly figured out how to design around that. I think they probably could have given his glide more oomph without sacrificing that aspect of the game design. Although, if I could have everything, I would love to have both that and this. I would love to, like, you know, have platforming stages, and then, hey, here's an exploration segment. Like, Dream Team technically kind of did that with their, you know, their Find the Shards of the Dream Orb segments. But none of them really quite match that. None of them really come close to matching this, because this, you know, Knuckles' exploration options are just better. So, hopefully, in a future Sonic game, Knuckles they're able to perfect what they've gotten so close to right in Dream Team, and to a lesser extent also in Frontiers. And bring things closer to Sonic Adventure while still letting Knuckles play more like Sonic's gameplay. You know, like, give me my straight up platforming stages, but then also just give me some exploration stages as well. Like, give me like an Act 1, Act 2 kind of deal for a Knuckles-centered campaign. You know, like, the first one would be like Knuckles getting to where the emerald pieces are, and the second one would be gathering them up, or whatever he has to gather. Doesn't always have to be Master Emerald Shards. It could be something else. Dreamcast hardware snaps. Anyway, next up is Knuckles Chaotix, which I should have some time for. Don't know how far I'm gonna get, but you're gonna see some Knuckles Chaotix gameplay in a couple minutes. I love these old-timey 3D renders. Sonic Adventure kind of came out right towards the tail end of that. Alright. Time to move on to Knuckles Chaotix. That was fun. Oh, whoops. I meant to restart my CDX there, and I completely forgot. All right, things are gonna look off center for a second. Let me just fix that. Boom. Okay. So in this instance, I'm playing off of a 32X SEGA CDX combo and using an EverDrive cartridge. I am considering upgrading my flash cartridge option to something more advanced, potentially as early as like next week or like this week. something I've been looking at for a while. I do kind of feel like my EverDrive is slowly starting to suffer from wear and tear because I've had that thing for like a decade now. And they have just come so far since I got mine. If nothing else, this is a gorgeous game. Okay, I do need to be right back. So, I think I'm just going to let the game run in demo mode for a moment. Alright, I'm kind of back. Now this is the first Sonic game release that like required a proper tutorial. Because it's considered relatively complex. So there are training islands, which there's a training island which let's take a quick look. I admit this is actually not a iteration, not an area I tend to go into very often. So the whole premise of this game is that you have a partner character who you use to gain momentum, through the use of a bungee cord. Although the physics can be a little difficult to work with, like just the very nature of the gameplay can make things unpredictable. But this is also a game, by the way, that you can play via co-op. Like, it is possible for a second player to control the other character, and they can like do all the things that you do with the partner character in single player. So you need to work with them. Never played myself. Don't know how good it is. Don't know if it like makes the game any better. By and large, though, Knuckles Chaotix is a game that I like. Like, my views on it have fluctuated over the years. At one point I hated it. At another point I thought it was better than Sonic CD. Which, to be fair, like I didn't like Sonic CD for a while. I like it a little more now. There we are. So I do think that I do find myself preferring Sonic CD again. My biggest issue with this game, which you'll see eventually, is that the levels have will often feel very segmented. Okay. let's do one more training island. Charmy. Charmy's a weird one because he is the first Sonic character who can just has infinite flight. Like, just makes the way he controls and the way he acts as a partner character very, very odd. Although it is, honestly, I think it's kind of cool. But this game is at its best when you are seamlessly using your momentum to move from level to level. And because all the characters can climb, if you mess up, you can't always just do it the slow way. But just pressing hold at the right time can be very useful. But it is a very awkward game mechanic. And that's kind of where the game's biggest issues lie. It really depends on whether or not this mechanic even clicks with you, and with a lot of people, it just does not. And I think even Sonic Team understood at the time that people were going to have some difficulties with it, because, again, this game has, like, multiple tutorial aspects to it, and it is the first instance of a Sonic game attempting to tutorialize, and this is, I think, the only time a Sonic game does a tutorial sequences until, like, Sonic Heroes. Like, Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 have, of course, Takal and Omakshao, you know, to give you hints and stuff and tell you about mechanics. But, like, I wouldn't classify them as, like, proper tutorial sequences. Ah, dang it. But this is a game where you need to have a keen understanding of Sonic's physics and how those physics interact, and as well as the mechanics. And honestly, you do need to just be willing to put up with some wonkiness, because as you can see, like, sometimes the characters do just kind of bounce through the air. And you can't really control instances like that. Oh, dang it. Like, as you can see, I was trying to... navigate Knuckles up here, and, like, instead, like, the two characters just kind of bounce around in midair and then fall. Now that's right there at that moment. That's when I, like, finally managed to do what I wanted. And it is possible to like do that properly, I think, but I don't know. Like, I'm not even entirely sure how reliable it is, if I'm being honest. Okay, so here we are, Knuckles Chaotix. The nefarious Dr. Eggman, he's trying to do something to Espio, I guess. So, as I understand it, this whole game takes place on a different island from Angel Island. I forget what it's called. I could probably just Google that real quick. So, this is a completely non-interactive tutorial sequence, I think. Yeah. Where it basically, it just plays. It just like, it's a video that plays, basically. And shows you all the controls, everything you can do. Like, this is the first Sonic game where it's like built around the use of 3 different buttons, which is genuinely just kind of wild. Like, I think it uses more buttons than Sonic Adventure 2, if I remember correctly. A significantly more complex game. But yeah, like, this is the second tutorial sequence I've shown you, and there's a third one that happens right after this. You know, it's an introductory level that basically gets built to make you learn the mechanics through play. Oh, is it actually telling me? Oh, okay. I've never actually played through this before. Oh, right. Okay, that's how that works. Okay, maybe I should have gone through the tutorial earlier. I always figured I had to, like, use it to swing myself in the other direction. Okay. Oh, wait. Shiz. Okay. Yeah, okay, anyway, I think we can leave this now. But, holding the characters does kind of let you, have a little more control over things, although that comes at the consequence of you can no longer jump in a ball. You also cannot jump as high. It's mostly just useful for when you want to be ready to just throw him to the next platform so that you can bungee up. But yeah, as you can see, like, you know, I get to a certain part in the level, and then it teleports me to a new level, and a lot of the levels are kind of built in some way like that. Like, it's not usually teleportation. It's usually like a like an elevator or something. And it really just kind of breaks the pacing of the levels in a way that just doesn't feel great for Sonic. Well, the wiki just says it takes place on a mysterious island. But the basic premise of this game is that Knuckles is on a new island, is on a different island. He's investigating like these new items called like the Chaos Rings, which are different from the Chaos Emeralds because they're rings, and you can't turn super. And if you do not get all 7 Chaos Rings before beating the game, then you get kind of this gnarly Metal Sonic bad ending deal. And one thing that kind of sets this apart from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which came out about 6 months before this, and didn't have the save, and also had a save function, is that you cannot replay levels in this. Like, every level is a one and done, which is really weird. Like, I remember being so flabbergasted that I looked it up, thinking there has to be a way, but no. Like, the only way to replay the level seems to be to just replay the game again. And what's extra frustrating is that the way the level select works is it's completely random. You cannot select levels. Now, this is a very weird game for a variety of reasons. You know, from the fact that every character has, like, kind of Knuckles-like moves and can move and can kind of glide and climb. And then there's the bungee system, but also, the game doesn't have lives. Like, I just got 100 rings, but as you can see, no life. I did not get a new life, because this game, instead, when you die, you just get sent back to a hub world. Now, I'm going to attempt to get all the Chaos Rings, not on this stream, because I've only got, like, about 20 minutes. But, on hopefully, like, a future stream later today, if I've got the time and energy. Oh, dang it. I do hope to get to the end of the game. And from there, I'm not going to try to get all the Chaos Rings. But if I don't, I do have a completed save file where I can access Metal Sonic, the final boss fight, and get the good ending. Which is probably what I'll do instead of letting myself get the bad ending. Like, if you guys want to see the bad ending, you can just YouTube that. But I do love these special stages. These are probably my favorite special stages in all of classic Sonic. Unless we're counting Sonic 3D Blast, in which case the Saturn version of those specials, the Saturn version of the game's special stages, are my favorite. But like, this is fun. This is just fun, and it's like it's the first instance of 3D gameplay in a Sonic game as well. Like, I think it's like might be one of the first instances of 3D platforming. Period. Like, this was April 1995, so I'm pretty certain that this predates Jump Flash, which was another early instance of 3D platforming. Of course, where it says a proper, like, full platformer, this is just kind of... This is like an auto runner type deal. Like, there's still platforming. You're going to see more complex platforming in later special stages, as well as just more complex 3D level design in general. But, like, you do get some, like, proper platforming in this, in those levels. Albeit, again, with the auto run. I think Vector is the one character I have not had on as a partner yet. I mean, not counting Heavy and Bomb, which, as I understand it, Heavy and Bomb are, like, basically supposed to be duds. Like, they don't play all that great, and, I think they basically just explode. I mean, I think they basically just act as wakes for you or something. They aren't very fast, they don't have much in terms of abilities. I think it's at least speculated that they are, like, double agents for Robotnik or something. Now, one fun thing about this particular little matchup, which, by the way, Botanic Base is a perfect first level, because it's kind of the closest thing this game really has to a Green Hill analog. Man, aside from the opening tutorial stage, anyway. But anyway, one thing I do appreciate about Vector, would have been cooler if I managed to do this when he was big, is that when you're holding him, you're basically holding a buzzsaw. Because he's got a bigger hitbox than the other characters, and he even looks kind of like a buzzsaw when he's spinning around like that. Oh, damn. I forgot how short some of these stages are. So, the basic structure of this game is you have 5 levels, and they each have 5 acts. And the acts, on the whole, do tend to be shorter. Although that doesn't necessarily mean you'll be able to blaze through them quickly, because some of them are kind of maze-like. Which no, those are the worst ones in my view. Whoa, dang! I don't think I've ever hit that before. Okay, I lost my train of thought there. So like each game has 5 acts, which tend to be a bit shorter than your typical Sonic act, but not always. And they are selected at random by basically going through that level select roulette thing. And the one useful thing about that is that because some of the levels are sort of shorter and easier to get through, they can be good ways to get the Chaos Rings, especially if you do what I do and you save scum, which is what I did. Like, I kind of just try to target select levels, and I would try to that were short and easy, and I would try to get the Chaos Rings in those. And if I failed, or if I didn't select the right level or whatever, I would just turn off my Sega Genesis. And since I'm on an EverDrive, it wouldn't save anything. The only way you can save on the EverDrive with 32X games is you have to reset it. So just don't do that, and, you know, I'm good. Anyway, this is a good start. I'm 2 Chaos Rings in, I think. Yeah, 2 Chaos Rings in. And I've got 49 more, like 5 times 5, 24 more levels to go. Okay, so, let's see. I've got about 8 minutes. I think that's enough time for about 1 more level. Let's, try to select... You know what? I'm going to select Heavy. Like, technically, like Heavy and Bomb are the easiest characters to grab, because, as you can see, they're most common down there. But I think it would be good to give at least one of the robots a turn. But man, as you can see, he is slow. Alright, so this is another level that I do enjoy, but this also does have one of my pet peeves, which I guess I will demonstrate in a second. Another thing I do appreciate about this game is that, you know how, like, on Sonic Adventure, I was talking about how I wish that game had a proper day-night cycle. This game does have a day-night cycle, at least of sorts. I forget if it manifests in the levels, but at the very least, in the hub world, you will see the time of day change after every level. Like, eventually, there's actually like an in-level clock that moves every time you enter the hub world, and it shows you eventually it's eventually hits evening and then night. I think the music even changes. Oh, dang it. That's not good. But yeah, okay. So this game does have instances that will act as like level transitions and stuff where the whole game will just freeze for a second as you are taken to a new area. And I guess I got this level mixed up with another one. There's another level where you hit an elevator and the whole game just freezes as you move to a new segment. Man, it is awkward controlling Heavy in this. But how prevalent that does depend on the level. Like, there is this one level which is all about hitting switches for these clocks, and that one, like, there's a lot of those kinds of transitions. Whereas I know that with the elevator one, at least with the first level, it's just kind of one segment that takes you to a different portion of the level. And then I think the rest of the game flows pretty well. Okay, let's see. Can I go 3 for 3 here? Okay, so I need 8 blue spheres. Uh-oh. Come on. There we go. Man, that was close. Of course, because this is an auto-run kind of gameplay, I do not have control over how Knuckles does these jumps. So that can make dodging objects and jumping over picks difficult. And later levels do not have those safeguards in front of the picks, by the way. So that will get more difficult. You will start seeing me hit bottomless picks if you don't see me do it here. And I almost made it. I'm probably not going 3 for 3. Lost too many rings. Ah, dang it. Yep, okay, here I go. Oh well. I've got plenty of opportunities, thankfully. Okay, let's see if I can ditch Heavy for this one. Oh, no. Sorry, Heavy. Let's see. How about Charmy? I think when I come back to play the rest of this game, I'm going to start switching between other characters. If I get through this level quickly enough that I'll have time for another, I might even demonstrate how to do that on stream for this particular run. Man, this level select has been very good for me. The level select, yeah, this level select RNG has been very good for me because it has kept not putting me in the bad level. Of course, it also has not given me my favorite level. But hey, you know, that saves the best and the worst for next time. Okay, come on, Charmy. But for the next stream, I do plan on... For the next stream, I do plan on going through all the other characters. This may be Knuckles week, but we can still acknowledge the rest of the Chaotix during this. Man, the power-ups in this game can be so weird. Like, just being made giant is what... Okay, this is one of those elevators I was talking about. Don't know how many are here, but that's at least one, and some levels have more of those, and just, like I said, just breaks the pace of the game. And in a Sonic game, you know, the pace is everything. Ooh, you know what? One issue that I think a lot of people have is that they don't play this game the way it's meant to be played. Like, I should be doing this to get up here. And then bam... Ooh! And then that, and then boom. Like, sure, I can also climb, but that's just not nearly as fun. Alright. I think I've got enough time for... I think I have enough time for one more level. As you can see, I've been knocking out a lot of these in just like a couple minutes. They do get longer. But that is just a consequence of each level having 5 acts, I guess. And as... I should have lingered there, but... Oh! Okay. I thought that just took me to the character select, but I guess not. So let's pick Charmy. But as you can see, this right here is the clock, and it moves every time you play a level. And as you can see now, it is evening. The sky is purple, and after 1 or 2 levels, it should become night. And now, Knuckles is the companion. But, so I picked Charmy because out of all of them, he's the one who just flies. Wow, this game keeps giving me that level. But he can't spin dash. Instead, he like does this stinger charge type deal. Yeah, but yeah, Charmy, he just flies. It definitely makes for interesting gameplay, at least. But I do think he's a bit of an easy mode. Like, he really does kind of let you cheese everything. Oh, whoops. Right. I keep forgetting. Old habits. I can just do this now. But yeah, he can't fly, and I don't think he can grab onto anything either. But I guess he wouldn't really need to. Yeah. But, okay, so for his spin dash... Huh. Okay, I could have sworn that he had a spin dash of sorts with a stinger, but I guess not. Oh, okay. But, interesting character, but definitely not my favorite. I think my favorite's probably SBO. Oh, cripeys. Okay. Anyway, don't have a lot of time, so I'm not going to spend too much time in this. Am I even going the right way? I don't think I'm going the right way. Those elevators do sometimes turn me around. By and large, I expect the game to like want me to go just up, but I think, but the elevators, but sometimes I think the design does want you to go another direction. Ah, dang it! Oh, there goes my Chaos Emerald, Chaos Ring. Ah, oh, okay. Oops. Right, I forgot that the rings are tied to your countdown in these levels as well. There we go. All right. I think Botanic Base is the easiest level, so going through a bunch of these without getting Chaos Rings ain't great. But whatever. That's just how it is on stream, because I'm not going to save scum on here. Alright, and I think that's going to do it. So thank you for joining me for Sonic Stadium's Knuckles Week stream. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. This will be getting sent to YouTube. If you're listening to this on YouTube, the people I was talking to were from a Twitch stream. This was originally a Twitch stream, if you didn't read the description. So I do plan on coming back later tonight to finish this game. So catch me then. And as we can see, the clock has advanced. It's nighttime now. And I do believe the music has changed a bit. So, yeah, this is an aspect of the game I do enjoy. So, until then, until we meet again, see you later.